that Sion being an option later on, not anymore, as NIP have created a very interesting composition for themselves.
Grapes, I'm in love with this draft from NIP. I think this is so
And very early on, we've got a level 1 onto Chovy, stepping too far forward and getting welcomed by the anchor of Niket for a 3-camp gank.
Oh, I love this. If he's able to pull this off, that's huge.
Yeah, Leave immediately pops the cleanse, going very aggressive on a JackeyLove, who does not have his barrier yet. The EQ flash follow from Nio will seal JackeyLove's fate. He goes down, and it's 2-0 quick for NIP. Likely gonna get spotted unless he weaves the vision through perfectly. Okay, gets spotted by that trinket there, which means that both Doinby knows something is coming, and maybe NIP can make something happen on the top side of the map. Tibbers being utilized very nicely by Cream. And that means that Doinby will go down before even unlocking level 6. Top Esports, a fine top side to catch that wave that is getting shoved in by JackeyLove and Hong. Cost, of course, is that Leave, and Niket gets to now rotate towards the mid lane. So we're playing, I don't even know, musical chairs with our lane assignments here in this game number 1, K-Man. It's really everyone feeling pretty comfortable and able to rotate around the map to make sure that their carries are put in the best positions possible.
I mean, this is what happens when you get a you get a hook onto the mid lane here.
Oh, and the Tibbers misses. That's a big cooldown.
Top Esports, we still have a minute until that Ocean Dragon spawns. That will be pretty important. All cooldowns will be available. Cream's ult will be up for that. But it's Leave who's going in.
Yeah, knows that Cream doesn't have the ultimate. Oh, yeah, Kathy and Rain nearly taking down the mid laner of TES, but it's going to come at the cost of Leave's life. Chovy swooping in to make it 2-2.
Yeah, it's a really big miscalculation coming in for Leave. Really wants to try and punish Cream, overextending, but the flash being burned, he has just enough health to survive Chovy.
Supreme Display talent is still available, but Nio just cancels it.
Start stacking these dragons. Is Chovy even going to get here in time? It doesn't look like it. It looks like it's gone.
It's picked up. That's 2-0 in the Dragon department, and Top Esports not in time to try and appreciate the effort at the very least, but it's not going to find any gold here, as now JackeyLove going to be in some trouble. Gets hit by the Roar of the Slayer as well as the EQ combo, but there's just not enough damage as JackeyLove able to transcend and make sure that Nio is taken out. And now here comes a teleport in. It's going to be Niket with the spellbook joining the party. As 4 members of TES head down to the bottom lane to try to go for a dive. Pop Blossom only going to land on Niket, and I think at this point Cream going forward with the Tibbers will be able to take the Nautilus down. They can just wait for these tower to re-aggro onto the minions before going in once again. This time, the supreme display of talent will land on Nio, and already it's a 2-0 in favor of Top Esports on the bottom side. Leave made his way down there to try and prevent another redive, but I think it's going to happen again as they wait for the minions to escort in. Only Doinby is alive, does not have his ultimate here, and will go down again to Chovy. A beautifully executed play on the bottom side of the map for TES.
It's absolutely clinical the way they top for themselves, and that's exactly what they needed to do. Like more specifically, about a 3K gold lead individually on the mid-jungle duo. We're seeing it.
It looks like another lockdown has come down onto Nio. Not able to drag away from his flag, as Cream will get his first kill of the game and set TES up nicely around the Rift Herald.
Another huge catch. Again, it's just taking advantage of resources, JackeyLove.
Flashes away from the depth charge, but Doinby's going to go in anyway. Killer Instinct to follow the unstoppable onslaught. And a nice return kill here for NIP. It's going to come, though, with Chovy and 369 diving this front line of Ninjas in Pyjamas. Solo kill taken down very low, and Cream will take down Leave on the backside as well. The Rumble is still alive, but now Cream going to be in some trouble, but he will not go down just yet until Doinby flashes after him. But the Annie is still going to survive. Dodge the way, and Cream will live. Chovy takes down Niket on the backside, and it should be an extended 4 kills in for Top Esports, and Doinby could still be on the menu. Nio has come back from the death chamber though, and now the top side of the map for NIP looking to make something back happen here. A teleport has come back in as Cream regenerated back to full HP and looking to rejoin the Herald. Able to use the dragon advantage that they have right now, at least stall the game out a little bit further, but TES able to continuously add to their lead. Herald popped in the mid lane, taking down that tier 1, and they use that pressure to secure this dragon, unless NIP have something to say about it. It's a teleport coming in from Doinby, but it's in a very deep position as 3 members of TES have already gone onto him and forced him backwards. He still has the ultimate, and the Dragon positioning is actually now controlled by NIP. Dredge line misses from Niket, and now the battle lines have been drawn. Call the Forge God has come out. 369 looking here for Leave, but does not find. He flashes away from the Pop Blossom as well, and Solo Kill's the only one to take the brunt of the damage. On the backside, though, Nayo's in significant danger as Kanavi flashes after him and takes his opposing jungler down. Doinby looking to cut off Jackie Love, but the Yunara has been transcended, has been unlocked, and should be able to slowly take down this Scion unless he's able to run away. Overall, it's a 2-for-1 in favor of TES, and they should go right back to the Dragon to claim the first one for them.
Huge fight there for Top Esports. When you're looking at ways for NIP to get back into this game, Dragon was the only one. The Soul is really still do have a Kai'Sa that could potentially take over a fight. One good Rumble equalizer can really make things difficult for the side of TES, but it's basically got to be perfect. And now with Otacon taken down very low, it doesn't even look like it's going to be contested. It looks like almost everybody's zoned off. It's just for free. You know, Top Esports take a lead that was already massive and grow it to even further proportions.
And smart for them to make sure that they do not just throw the game at this point, although now Top Esports invading the jungle are going to look for a play, but instead it's Nayo who's able to lock down the backline, but nobody will go down on TES' side. Doinby in far too late. He'll be able to take down Kanavi, but Jackie Love is still untouched on the backside of the fight, dashes forward and takes Doinby down. It's another team fight win for Top Esports.
Yeah, no, definitely a little fun side plot there, but Jackie Love getting the best of it, at least right now, as they push into the mid lane for this tier 2.
Again, they feel confident enough to go for anything at this point. We have not seen too much of that team fighting combo here for NIP. This could be a good time to use it as the equalizer separating a lot of members, and in goes Nayo. Hong, though, still gonna live until he finally gets taken down by Doinby, who takes Scream down as well. But Jackie Love is still alive, and Kanavi displays his talent supremely on the entirety of NIP. Only Niket's left alive as NIP thought they had a pick, but it's gonna come at the cost of
now for Kanavi, really putting it out of reach for NIP, delaying that even potential soul for basically a non-existent amount of time. And the fact that Jackie Love survives this is truly exceptional. Really just a bit of a wallet dip there as he takes him down, and there goes Nayo again.
I think Leave got stunned on his
They have learned that they no longer have access to their own jungle, that this is Top Esports' land to roam, and they are roaming it. They are certainly stepping up. They don't want the Baron, they want some kills.
For a pick on the Doinby, he's a tanky Scion. Will he be tanky enough? Finding a knock-up now on to Kanavi. They should be able to take the Kiana down, but a 3-man Pop Blossom comes through from Hong and allows himself to give his AD carry a double kill. Solo kill goes golden, forced to flash away. Already 4 members down for Ninjas in Pyjamas as Top Esports win yet another fight.
It again looks like it's Top Esports coming out on top. They're going to get the Baron as a reward, and now I think the end of this game is becoming a bit of a formality. It's a 10k gold lead for TES at 25 minutes, and they've looked just about as good as you could.
Rush here with Doinby and Nayo, but there's not many people they can kill with just the 2 of them at this point in the game. As we see continuous stacking of items. Now Leave gonna get one shot here by Kanavi. That wasn't even close. As Leave will go down, and that should mean the game is now over. Pop Blossom lands onto 2. Nayo in some trouble, but it'll come at the cost of Hong. Jackie Love now free firing under the tier 3 turn while the tier 2 is still up. But Top Esports do not care. They have a wave in, and they have an easy opportunity to send themselves straight down the mid lane and end this game number 1 right here.
Top Esports send a message in game number 1. They should not be taken lightly in series like this. They're the number 1 seed for a reason, and they're going to be moving on to game number 2 as emphatic winners. And a 1-0 start is exactly what the doctor ordered for this team. So now we're looking at another game where blue side probably has the tempo in the mid game, where you want to make sure that you're looking to take advantage of those skirmishes around grubs, especially because this Silas Rise really see if he can kind of claw his way back from the small CS deficit he's in right now.
Hong doesn't know that that Tri-Brush is warded. It's going to be met by Leave and Niket. However, could have been a bait in its own right as Kanavi comes in with a win, becomes lightning, and picks up first blood for Top Esports. Leave has just going to force Jackie Love off the wave. Should be enough to at least get some plating here for NIP, but they're gonna have to move quickly because now here comes Cream and Chovy. Cream dashes forward. Already doing a little bit of damage, but he gets rooted up by the Rune Prison. Niket knocking him up as well. Cream forced the flash away, but Doinby will follow and pick up a kill in response for NIP. Niket going to take the brunt of the damage by Chovy and Hong as this Xin Zhao Braum combo doing a lot, but not enough to take down Nayo just yet as he's now in a 1v3. Chovy will drop, and it's Fates of Warfare picked up.
Is massive. It's a huge win for NIP, and once again, the team that gets first blood ends up throwing it away in an exchange.
A much better spot here for NIP. As I pause my thoughts here, is 369 is going all out on a solo kill. He has the Maiden on his side. He's able to dodge away from the Antofo strikes. He dodges away from another one. He flashes away and will slam him down with the shovel.
Well, Rise, who can create all this action basically anywhere. You need to be hyper vigilant with your wards and with your setup. But right now, it's solo kill who needs to worry.
Yeah, he did well in the 1v1. Maybe not so much in the 3v1. The bouncing blades going forward. Chovy looking for one more auto. He heals up nicely with a Q, but it's not enough as this time solo kill will go down. However, here comes the potential collapse here for NIP. Niket looking, posturing for a headbutt pulse combo, and Nayo has the ultimate from Aurora stolen away. Going between worlds to lock down Chovy. The Crescent Guard gonna buy some space, but it should result in Doinby picking up the kill. Overall a 1-for-1 as NIP now have control.
This is rubs for Rise and for Yorick and for Silas, a comp that's perfectly suited to be able to play these.
That actually just is enough to get Chovy and Hong away. They leashed it, now they are pulling the leash away. Now looking for a fight potentially in the mid lane. When it becomes lightning, does not connect, neither does the Winter's Bite. Stalling enough time for Jackie Love to get in position as well. Chovy can dash forward, finds that Crescent Guard on to leave, knocks him up with a 3-talent strike. Full collapse onto the NIP bottom laner, will take him down as the Varus was left out of position. And Niket does not have his ultimate yet, which means he dies in the mid lane as well. 2 big kills for TES. Will regain
on your main carry, and now you are trying to fight a 4v2 against us, and we win that every day of the week. Not only is it first
Chovy again, one of the most important players for top esports' success. As now Nayo's going to try to get one back here on a 369, but he goes all out and will heal up enough and nicely cancels the knockup from Niket as well. It's going to cost nobody their lives as actually Nayo able to juggle the tower aggro very well. Finally getting his hand and an opportunity to counter jungle.
I'll be honest, Grapes, anytime I see a Silas with a low health bar, I just assume that he's not killable. That's just generally how that champ goes.
Fair
but
enough.
Cream?
Run! Okay. He's okay.
He almost got destroyed by the goons, and now Leave is the one under threat.
You can't be walking up on that mid wave. Just wait for it to crash down. Chovy jumps in for kill number 5.
They do get quite a bit out of it as well. I believe Hong used ultimate there as well on the Braum, so you're not going to be able to use that.
That was hijacked.
Oh, the stolen, yeah, the hijacked one. So definitely feels a little bit better in that particular instance. Of course, it couldn't be Braum. He's level 5. Yep. So definitely not going to be his.
14 minutes. Not great.
It's not great. Cream still under threat though. Under tower.
Okay, nice usage. You can't back. Okay. Whatever.
Cream playing with fire on the rise. He's up 20 CS. You know, we talked about it. This champion was banned a ton against NIP for a reason. He's really proving it right now.
Yeah, I'm surprised that Top Esports decided to keep themselves in the...
Drake spawning at 16 minutes into the game. This is going to be a pretty difficult win condition to get. So we see this mid tower now sieged under. Jackie Love could be in a bit of danger, but it's going to be the teleport expended from Kasante.
Gets caught out here by Chovy, stunned by the concussive blows. He has the Crescent Guard to push away Chovy, but here comes the rest of the fight as Top Esports will collapse upon the Alistar. He flashed away, but 369 is right there. Goes all out, takes down the cow, making it 1-0 for Top Esports so far. And 369 is not done just yet. Looking for the Antofo strikes, does not find the knockup on Nayo, and that will be all. But it's a big kill going in response for TES.
It's a nice pick. It's an overreach coming in from NIP, and it's really well capped.
As NIP will make their attempt on this Mountain Drake, should be able to do so, with Chovy opting instead to head back to base.
If there was ever a time where it was definitely given over, it's now, but here we go, Cream.
Oh, Niket misses the combo. Might cost them a kill onto Cream. Doinby and solo kill Stu doing a lot of damage, though. Not able to find a knockup or a root just yet. Cream will be able to survive, although it might come at the cost of Hong. He flashed away here from the cage, but NIP are a death ball, going straight into the jungle of Top Esports.
So combo a bit there. They're still in a spot where they are easily able to pick up a free kill on the bot side, and this is what happens when
the leave was put behind very far in terms of maybe some of his own mistakes, but also just Top Esports punishing him.
Leave.
As I say that, there he goes again, death number 4. So that is where Top Esports have been able to try to mend that gap a little bit.
In these fights, or if you can stop him from really machine gun breaking through your backline, you could still win fights if you're Top Esports. You're in a perfect position to capitalize.
Teleport comes in from solo kill. Looks like they want to make this a 5v5 as 369 has been caught out just a little bit as Nio finds another stun, finds a root. There's the chain of corruption, and Doinby lands the final blow. Now in a 4v5 situation, Top Esports going to have a lot more trouble around the Otacon as NIP take control of it.
Yeah, it's a huge advantage now. It's already going so low.
Redemption forward. Niket goes in, but he gets taken down before the pulverized lands. Who's going to get the Otacon? It's secured by Nio, but now the fight can begin in earnest. The Crescent Guard from Chovy buying so much damage for his team. And it means that Top Esports will run away with a fight. It's a double kill for Cream, and they're looking for more. Wind Becomes Lightning does not land on to leave, and that should mean they are able to escape. But what a win for TES despite the Otacon going NIP's way.
A huge fight for Top Esports, and it's played nearly perfectly. Once again, it's Chovy who really comes up clutch. He doesn't quite get the Otacon, but this Xin Zhao is doing so much damage in these fights. A lot of that gold.
They're able to control the second dragon of the game and put themselves once again into a favorable position to try to go up to match point.
We were worried about this team, but what did we say, Grapes? They outscaled. Yes, this Rise is going to continue to be a problem, and you can buy time for Yorick, but Nio...
Yeah, steals away
my words.
That blue buff, but you can see right now it's a 2-level lead, but it might not matter. Solo Kill can collapse upon him. Instead, gonna push away 369 with the Crescent Guard, but Chovy will do just the same.
Teleport.
And now the target will turn towards the Cassante. Cream comes forward with the teleport, and that is enough to push NIP away.
That's so many resources burned to try and kill Chovy, and it still doesn't work. They are going to be able to rotate into the mid lane here. The tier 2 in the mid lane is going to look to be a target, but there's no way they're going to be able to pick this up easily. It's a lot of resources burned from both sides for what looks to be, minimal
pressure.
pressure.
You're going to have to operate off of right now. Utilizing the side lane pressure that they have in the 1-3-1. They have a good matchup for Solo Kill up against the Aurora, and the rest of the team is hovering around that top side to make sure that TS do not start a Baron.
This is exactly what needs to happen. You got to buy as much time for Yorick as possible. You got those grubs and you got the Herald for a reason. You wanted to be able to play around the split push, and they're starting
Cream
Baron.
doesn't have TP. He's going to have to walk all the way up from the bottom lane. Meanwhile, Solo Kill able to join his team. They're going to try to burst it down as fast as possible. There's 5,000 HP, but Chovy is going to try to get into the pit as fast as he can. Niket will box him out and make sure that the Baron is secured at the cost of Niket's life. It's a big win for Ninja's Pyjamas in that sense. Now the question remains, what can they do with the Baron buff?
Absolutely massive play there from NIP, recognizing that Cream can't make his way to the fight. They just burn it down before anyone can get involved. They are going to lose their mid lane tier 1 for this, but I don't imagine they're going to lose too much more. Now they've got that Baron buff, and more importantly, they've taken that option away from TES during one of their biggest power spikes. Solo Kill with grubs, with Baron buff, should be able to generate a ton of pressure. It's just how much can they get in the next 2 minutes.
And a Realm Warp comes forward. Doinby might have found Jacula, forcing the cleanse at the very least, but it looks like the chase is still on because Solo Kill is collapsing upon the Sivir, upon the Split 3 MVP. Lands the shovel, forces the flash, but Solo Kill will follow all the same. That's a kill on the TS80 carry, and NIP have found themselves a massive pick.
Yeah, and it's not done. They're continuing to push forward. The chains are going to get cleansed.
But the follow-up, it lands still onto Cream. He's now forced to flash away, but Niket goes too far forward without his ultimate and will go down. The Dragon is still available. You'd imagine NIP want to retreat towards that as Doinby is doing work on the top side of the map. But right now, NIP still want to capitalize on this Baron buff. They take the mid lane tier 2 and will then retreat towards the objective.
It's a massive swing for NIP, a brilliant call for them to start and to take that Baron, and it's completely put them back into the draw.
Against the Split 1 champions. Now mid lane wave's going to get contested over Niket with an aggressive Hex Flash forward. It might cost him a whole lot. He's going to have to pop the ultimate. He dashes away from the Braum ulti himself, but here comes the collapse from 369. He's not able to get the kill onto the cow. A teleport comes forward from Doinby as all of NIP have converged onto the bottom into the mid lane. It prevents the split pushing, but now they found Kanavi. Abscond of Duck Guts connect. The Crescent Guard gonna buy some time. Finding the kill on Niket is the Xin Zhao. Leave unable to do anything for now, but here comes the rest of the damage. Here comes Top Esports, and here comes Jackie Love. He gets chained though. Leaves untouched. Leaves got himself a triple kill. And NIP end up finding the ace, and they have a wave in the mid lane with inhibitor towers only ones remaining.
Leave gets a chance to pop off to make up for the positioning mistakes he made earlier on. They are sieging down the base, and with death timers this long, that's going to be a game win for NIP to tie this series up at 1 apiece.
It looked shaky in the start of that fight, but it ends beautifully for Ninjas in Pyjamas. The team from Group Nirvana will take down the first place seed in a game in this series. The question is, how many more can they take? This series is even up at 1.
Of course, you have so much scaling. You're looking at Azir, you're looking at Gnar, even Jin's going to be valuable in the late game with Skarner and Leona as primary forms of setup. This is a game where NIP... Oh, this is a good grab for NIP if they can start it up. Onivia is going to dodge out of some of the CC, but the heals popped. They're looking for him.
Notably, Hong, it's 10.5 minutes, and this Leona does not have the Solar Flare yet. That could be impactful here for a fight, as Niket Hex flashes away. Ixtal's impact forward from Kanavi is not able to find a knock-up, and now the Skarner's at half HP. There's the Magnet Storm, and Kanavi's forced to flash away, but the Dragon is still at 3,000 HP. Neither top laner can join the fight, so it'll be a 4v4 with the battle lines drawn. Leave looking to poke here with his rockets as the Dragon is taken low. In they go. It is taken here by the red side. Nayo secures it, but a two-man impale is canceled by the death of Kanavi. In goes Nayo. He gets himself a kill. All 4 members live until finally Niket will drop it. Hong is caught underneath the Dragon pit. Will not find the kill until Leave will pick him up. And now the Corki is chasing down Jackie Love. He's forced to flash away. And NIP win the fight around the Dragon.
It's a massive fight win. They really needed to be able to pick that one up, and it's played beautifully by Ninjas in Pyjamas to be able to create the opportunity. Honestly, I wasn't quite sure that play was going to work out. They burned
there with the Emperor's Divide, preventing that full call of the pack to come through, and that means that Top Esports will now have full control around the Rift Herald.
Yeah, they end up playing it really, really well, and the fight's being taken. Leave in danger. He's going to try and poke this out.
Teleport coming in. It looks like Ninjas Pyjamas want to fight this, although they will not get a steal. Kanavi able to smite the Herald away, but in comes solo kill. Doimi gonna match at the teleport of his own. Oh, Impale lands onto 2 though, and already Niket forced to flash away, and Leave is down just like that. What can the solo laners do on the backside though, as solo kill has taken down Jackie Love. Hong is next to follow, and Doinby still lives. Cream goes forward, but he had to use the flash to get there. Nayo flashes over the wall. He's now stuck in a 2v3 with solo kill, but he finds the stun. That's a triple kill in for the Croc. Solo kill and Nayo single-handedly winning the team fight for Ninjas in Pyjamas. 369 jumps forward. A bloodbath around the Rift Herald, and only the top laners remain. The stun, not going to find anybody just yet. Solo kill will go down. It's a double kill for 369 and a 5 for 4 overall.
Of the gold that they end up acquiring, but because they end up getting it onto some key targets, Cream ends up picking up a kill there. All the gold ends up going onto solo kill, but look, they're going now on 369.
They want to try to save the tower. Nice two-man Gnar from 369. Mission successful with the objective going down, popping the emote as well to let him know. Better than the others. You can see in the gold right now. Despite 3 kills going into solo kill's hands, he's down 1,300 to the likes of 369 on this Gnar. You can see a 3rd item coming soon, whether it's the Hullbreaker or the Sterix. Still going to be frightening nonetheless, as you now see Top Esports going in onto Doinby, and Impale will land, combined with a Deadly Flourish. An easy kill onto the Talia will result in Top Esports evening up the kill count at 7. Beautiful play from them so far. Another nice buffer from Cream to make sure that ultimate doesn't connect. That's going to be a fun interaction to watch for the remainder of this game.
Yeah, it looks like Cream's even just saving it for that specific interaction, which is pretty funny. As we see the Rift Herald now dropped into the mid lane, it's going to be targeted on this mid lane tier 1. They should be able to get this without relative trouble.
We'll see how much damage they have with just the Jhin at the AD carry position. Wave cleared out, but in comes 369. The crash down prevents the Gnar from landing onto Leave, but it'll still find Niket. Ixtal's impact lands. The Redemption going to heal him up a lot, buy a lot of time before Jackie Love eventually lands the final blow with the bouncing grenades. Unfortunately for NIP, they were not in a position to find anything else off of that play, so it is just
pressured. You know, not forcing a lot of these plays to go your way early can definitely be to your benefit. You just get one of these small fights, get a little bit more gold, can start to get in your favor. Otacon now spawned on the bottom side. Chovy is here. So is Nio. We'll see if they want to potentially go for this with the Azir turnout.
See a reset coming through from Solo Kill. He actually just either burned his flash or is about to come up, whether the visual bug still exists or not, but he's actually just gonna reset now as in goes Han. Chovy though finds an exalted back and a 3-man impale. Niall's able to get out with the invulnerability. Cream whiffs on the ultimate, and now top esports could be in some danger with Solo Kill approaching. He's looking for the flash away from Hong as the curtain call's been opened up and Doinby going to get taken down, but he finds the seismic shove. Leaves still alive. He gets flourished, but he cleanses beautifully to keep himself alive. Solo Kill into the backline will take down Hong. Jackie Love goes down to Nio, and Ninjas in Pyjamas will be able to come back and win the fight.
I did not think NIP had a shot in that fight. It is a beautiful engage from Chovy, but there's no damage to follow up. Cream completely whips the Azir ultimate. There's no damage coming out from him. Jack picking up quite a bit, and this is a beautiful Captain Jack coming in from Leave. It's still one of those fights where you have to perform a bit better on the side of TES. It's an execution diff, and it ends up in NIP's favor. Dragon, as we saw, going over to top esports, though, in live.
If Leave did not get caught by that, speaking of caught, Niket has been easily by the side of Chovy as Jackie Love will pick up the first kill, but in goes Solo Kill. He's going to pick up the kill on to 369 before eventually dropping. Nio able to jump away. We still have Leave and Doinby at half HP. It's a 4v3 on the map. Jackie Love taken very low as Doinby and Leave going to now try to poke out top esports. It looks like the Dragon was secured by TES off of that play, but NIP at least able to get one back.
Yeah, it's definitely a chaotic way to come out
against one of the staples here in the LPL, and he struggled a little bit in their first game, but I mean, since then has looked really good, both on the Yorick and then now on the Renekton. But now Niket might be caught out once more. Zenith Blade does connect, but he's bought enough time for the rest of his team to arrive. The Impale only landing onto the support, and it could mean that Hong gonna go down in a trade. So a 1-for-1 overall. You're gonna be happy about that if you're NIP, especially with the kill going to Leave.
Yeah, it's an aggressive trade once you're first, but how much do NIP want to commit to this? This could be the fight that ends up deciding the game.
Weaver's wall in. Chovy could be caught out. He gets stunned. He has to flash away already. He lands the Impale, but there's nobody to drag him back to. A huge pick by Ninjas in Pyjamas off the back of Doinby's Weaver's wall. Allows for them to even up the Dragon count and find themselves pressure on Summoner's Rift.
It's not just the Dragon. They're moving their way up. Baron is on the table, and Chovy is dead for 30 seconds. The dance is absolutely going to take place. How much can top esports avoid disaster?
What a find by Group Nirvana representatives, Ninjas in Pyjamas. They're looking for another kill onto Hong. Gets the blast cone away. Jackie Love dodging away from that seismic shove. And now Doinby has his shield procced on the Archangels, and so NIP will not be able to go for the Baron. Instead, they will turn their sights towards a reset and be able to try to get some of that gold back into their carry's hand. Baron, again, the only objective left up. Neither team really wants to start this one, K-Man, but they definitely want to make sure the other team does not start it as well.
Yeah, you don't want to be giving over Baron for free. We've already seen how that can go in this series as another Weaver's Wall is coming out.
Wall. This time, only a little bit chip damage onto Chovy, and now the Solar Flare lands onto Talia, forced to go golden, and that makes sure that the Impale doesn't connect, but Niket's already taken very low. The Redemption used, and the curtain call has been opened up. Cream with a massive flank, looking potentially to find a pick onto the NIP mid laner, already chunking out Doinby, chunking out Solo Kill, waiting for 369, but Leave will Valk right towards him, and force the Gnar to back away.
This is such a tense fight. Graves says Nio's going in. Oh, he's going to be able to back out. This is very, very back and forth. It gets very, very tumultuous at multiple points. They're still posturing. All ultimates could be available. Cream still has the shuffle. Leave has all of his rockets. Solo Kill, Nio, all of these ultimates are still on the table. The dance will continue around this spot. But you know who it really comes down to? It's Cream on this Azir. He's got the gold lead for top esports. If he can find a way in, that could be huge for TES's chances. Here we go.
Flash ulti divide all up alongside that hourglass for Cream. The deadly flourish lands on Niket, but there's no follow-up right now for top esports. All 10 members of this game around the topside river, because this Baron will make or break this game, could make or break this series, and it's TES that are once again returning to it.
Continue to just dance and posture. They want to make sure they have the vision coverage. So trying to catch Doinby.
Oh, that Impale was up in 2 seconds for Chovy. If maybe he found it a little bit later.
They're starting in.
An opportunity to attack Doinby, who is without flash and without that Seekers himself. The Baron's been started up by Top Esports, but Nio is in the area, has his flash, has his ultimate, has his smite.
Solo.
The most important part. Niket with the two-man Magnus Storm finds the stun, but immediately Jackie Love's going to be able to take him down. Solo kill with the Sterix will keep himself alive. Solo kill will finally drop, but in goes Leave. He'll take down Chovy, and Nio's able to burst down Cream as well. In they go on to Jackie Love. The curtain call canceled, and Nio forced to go invulnerable. 369 approaching Mininar form. The health bar still on Top Esports' side, but it's a 3-for-3 and the Baron still stands.
Oh my goodness!
Now the objective and control around the river belongs to your #1 seed. They're going to be able to secure this one, get themselves Infernal Soul Point, would have been the soul if NIP didn't get the last one, and now Hong's looking for a pick. Deadly Flourish on top of the Solar Flare, only finding Niket. And in that dismounted form, still in a very dangerous spot. He's able to finally reproc the W with Nio forcing NIP in a very scary situation. The Baron now available. They know that Niket likely wants to take a reset, but they will not pull the Baron.
Yeah, this is such a tense situation. Baron really the only thing on the map to worry about right now. But it's Soul Point for Top Esports there.
You can see, though, Top Esports always able to have that advantage just in terms of, you know, the amount of pressure that they have across the map. And you can take a look in terms of the turret count. They just have the ability to rotate better than NIP does at this current point. NIP do not have a tower yet in this game, and it really handcuffs their ability to rotate around the map. As you can see now, forced to go back to the Baron Nashor. Poking here is Doinby and Leave. Nio jumping forward. They find a stun to Chovy. That is the Impale down. A big cooldown that NIP should try to take advantage of here.
Yeah, they absolutely need to. 369.
He's been caught. Oh, seismic shove lands on a 369. Fox to Sterix, but now in goes Nio. The Impale will send him forward. The Excel's Impact gonna be able to take him down. Jungler for NIP out of the picture, and so's the support. Curtain call opened up here for Jackie Love, just forcing NIP to back away as Top Esports gain control and should control the Baron at 35 minutes.
369 once again coming up clutch. And now with the Baron buff, they're gonna look to siege down this top lane tier 2.
Sterix OP, and the Gnar able to survive because of that shield specifically. And now the tower lead will grow with nice and healthy. As NIP running out of options right now in this game 3. He's going to have to be up to Leave on this Corki, still in a good position to fight. Nio starting to fall off a little bit because the front line has really grown on TES's side. They're wearing purple for another 85 seconds, and they're going to try to collapse upon this mid lane tier 3 with Cream, as well as the bot lane tier 2 with the rest of them.
They need to play safe here, Nio.
Oh, look at the Impale onto 3. But here comes the collapse from Doinby. In with the Weaver's Wall a little bit sooner. But Jackie Love's got that first kill on a solo kill. And Cream in with the Emperor's Divide. Just an exclamation point on a disastrous team fight for Ninjas in Pyjamas. A quadra kill with the deadly flourish of Jackie Love will send your #1 seed to match point.
Chovy impales a stake through the hearts of Ninjas in Pyjamas, and Jackie Love is there to pick up the remains. They are breaking down the base, they are breaking down the towers, and Top Esports are doing what they should have done all along. Pick up a much-needed victory here and send us to a Game 4 against Ninjas in Pyjamas.
11-2.
How they want to end up playing. Their early game's going to be really strong. Their late game's going to be really strong. When you can start hitting the 3rd, 4th item, Caitlyn can really start shredding through. Once again, can you take advantage of that? Relatively positive overall for NIP.
I mean, it's taking really long for Nio to take this down. He's only level 4, and nobody on his team was able to join. It's enough for Chovy to back, hit level 5, buy a Sheen, and come back to make this an all-out brawl around the first Dragon Pit. Jackie Love on the flank, but Nio still able to secure the Dragon. He will likely go down, not even going to burn his flash, as it's first blood over to TES.
And it's first blood over to Cream. I cannot stress enough how important this Akali is.
Been a tough time for him in terms of farming, and that was a big problem for NIP as they got later on into game #1 specifically. Cocoon lands on it to Cream. It's going to be followed up here by a stun of Nio. There's a shockwave, and there's a beautiful play by NIP. The roaming jungle support duo will take down, what is it, 7, 8 plates taken in the full tower at 11 minutes.
That is so much gold. You know, gold advantages. She has Collector finished. Like, the fight right now, despite being at 12 minutes, a part of the game where it's supposed to be weaker for Caitlyn, is not anti-Caitlyn. You gotta be very scared of that if you're NIP.
Results in top esports taking the first dragon as
And
well.
it's okay to play really aggressive and to constantly look for plays. I think the more they look for, the better off this is going to be in the mid game here, especially as he's now finishes under Sky.
Oh, Leave pops the barrier, but it's not enough. Jackie Love takes him down with double headshots and will get another kill into the hands of top esports. Speaking of, Niket under heavy fire as Kanavi gets shockwave to keep his support alive. Going to be doing a good job protecting on the top side, but
that's a lot of power for Jackie Love as he picks up that kill in the mid lane. This Caitlyn is starting to get out of control. You see the top laner starting to duel. Could actually be
solo
something
kill.
pretty big.
Dodges away from the public execution. Nio coming in as well with the Grand Starfall. Flashes on top of the Mbessa. Not many more tools of escape at its disposal unless the dashes do connect. Nio is taking solo but will survive. The shield gonna keep 369 up and healthy. And now solo kill forced to run. Hong flashes after him. Look at the Mantra Cube but will not find it. But Kanavi will find it all the same. Feats of Warfare secured. And it might be another one as well as Niket's now forced to flee. Doesn't have a flash. Doesn't have the repel. Certainly going to go down as 369 and Kanavi continuing the chase. There's the flash forward from the Monkey King, and Kanavi makes it 4-1.
Bot lane ends up really coming back to bite them. You know, I wanted to see them make plays, Grapes. I'm not sure that's the one I was looking for. Leave now has to flash out. This karma is causing so many problems for ninjas in pajamas, but once again,
have this one end in a gentleman's sweep.
Yeah, I think they're certainly in a great position to do that. Cream, though, could potentially get capitalized on. Teleport coming in.
Teleport comes in from Doinby. He provides a really nice opportunity for the perfect execution of the second dash. Enough to keep Cream alive. And now Kanavi is fighting 1v3. One more crushing blow will take down Elise. And now Doinby is going to be under fire. Finally solo kill. Finds the kill. And now the collapse is here. Remember, there's no tier 1 turret on the bottom side. So Doinby is in a lot of trouble as they're just waiting for Leave to arrive to prevent top esports from going any farther.
That was almost a true 1v3 from Kanavi, and he still picked up a kill. Really ends up working because 369 has to burn resources, and now Rift Herald does go in favor of NIP if they can take some of that standing gold on the map, get it into the pockets of Orianna and Gwen, who need to be there to carry in the late game. That can be really nice for this team, but you need to make sure you can utilize this properly. Dragon is on the map as well, and that could be a big win condition for TES and even for NIP with both of them at one apiece.
NIP just, they need some way to just get some gold into their carry's hands, and top esports aren't letting it come for free, as Cream will just take down Niket without even using the second proc of his ult. Gonna try to find it on a Doinby instead. The perfect execution, gonna try to take him down, but Nio gonna save his mid laner with the Grand Starfall, and Hong here as well with the tether. Nio looking aggressively, but he doesn't know that Jackie Love's on the way. Meanwhile, the Dragon going down. A Shuriken flip lands onto Nio again, and Cream is going to force Doinby and Nio back away.
Cream is playing gutsy right now, and so is 369.
Going in with the public execution, knowing that Kanavi is here as well to help him out. It's just going to be the needlework. Forced out of solo kill, as now top esports have control on the top side. Doinby in severe danger, gets tethered, gets rooted. Hong with one more inner flame should take him down, but Jackie Love on the backside gets picked up by Nio and Niket, and Cream is out of energy. Finally able to use the Shuriken flip, but he won't be able to flip back as Niket will get the kill. Nio saving the game for NIP, getting themselves a numerous amount of kills back, and Niket picks himself up another one as well.
What was that fight? That looked like a clean dive on the top side that they should have been able to disengage from, but they think they can win it after their health bars have been completely obliterated. Hung even just walks back in to give a third kill for free. A truly terrible play there from top esports. It doesn't completely turn the tide, but it really is not good for them. They are going to lose this top lane
Start to cope. Guys, Doinby is 500 gold ahead. He's got his Roa stacking up. We got 2 items on Nio. He's very strong on this Pantheon. And they're going to look for another pick onto Cream as well. He comes in with the perfect execution, dodges the shockwave, beautifully played by Cream. He just broke Doinby's ankles and has forced the Orianna to run straight to his doom. The ace in the hole from Jackie Love will do the deed. And now Nio is under fire, a 1v4 under his tier 1 as it melts like paper mache. Cream, the hero, to get 2 kills right back for TES.
Top esports saw the top side play and they said, hold on, let me try that one again. Let me get a second take on that one, and they certainly make it a little bit more worthwhile the second time around. Cream, you know, say what you will about his questionable decisions. We'll get back to him.
Oh, Leave just unable to play the game. Kanavi, 369, both ulti on top of him, and that is a dead misfortune. And Elise soon to follow. Niket in a tough spot, lands the cocoon, but he's running the wrong way. at the very most looking for an execute at this point. We'll see if he gets it as Cream is still hunting him down. Run, my little spider, run! Underneath the fountain, maybe one more tower shot. And he's gonna, I think he's gonna be able to get it. There it is. Well done.
There
hey, small victories right now. It's gonna be Otacon started up on spawn in response.
You know, it feels weird to kind of sit here and clap and cheer while we watch TES take Otacon, but that certainly feels appropriate for how this game has gone. It's just been a complete sole point for top esports. NIP want to deny this at all costs.
369 has teleport, so he should be able to join the fight. Numerous amount of places he could use that spell, including a wave in the bot side, but instead going to look towards that ward as in comes the Grand Starfall. Target going to be Jackie Love. Caitlyn without the flash. He cleanses, but he can't cleanse the DPS that Nayo and Solo Kill have. That's the first kill in favor of NIP, but it's going to come at the cost of Niket, and Cream will jump forward. Public execution onto the Pantheon, and he's going to go down to the Cyclone of Kanavi. Bullet time shockwave combo, not nearly enough. Leave gonna go down. Cream fully taking everyone, and it'll flash away to safety. Doinby will take him down, but it'll come at the cost of an ace going over to NIP.
Top esports once again, and Kanavi on this 7-kill Wukong, who has been massive across the course of this game. It is so difficult to into solo kill with that teleport available. So tough to be able to match everywhere, but see if NIP can do the job. Baron is going to be potentially the next target.
And to cope again, you know, now we're getting 2 items on leave. This is potentially like the area nearby that mid-game trough for Caitlyn, especially without summoner spells for the next little bit. NIP need to find some sort of action that results in them getting back in this game. Problem is, the gold lead is still pretty significant, but if they can find the right fight, things could go their way. They might find something here. On to 369, who's at half HP, forcing the Ket to use the repel, but the shockwave doesn't find anybody. Solo Kill teleporting in, but he's going to be immediately matched by Cream, and Doinby will be taken down. Niket to follow, and in goes Cream on to Nayo. The Grand Starfall going to save him for just a little bit, but the bullet time just tickling top esports at this point. Leave gets rooted. Leave gets taken down. It's a triple kill to Jackie Love, another ace for TS.
Well, if you were looking for the dagger, I think we just found it. That could perhaps be the final nail in the coffin for Ninjas in Pyjamas in this game. Top lane tier 2 is going to fall. Baron should be close. Doesn't look like they want to prioritize it just yet, but they can duo with the Wukong and the Caitlyn very easy. Cream is going to be making his way up. I think some of the most notable things you can look at on your screen right now, you know, Jackie Love level 16, Leave just hitting level 14. Oh, and we might not even get to that point, Jackie Love.
From half HP, a 2-man shockwave though lands on a Jackie Love, and he'll get shut down by Nayo. The bullet time again, not doing anything to take down 369, as it is a 2-for-1 overall. Cream dashing forward with public execution. There's a Cyclone as well from Kanavi. Nayo chunked to 500. He gets knocked up again and taken down, and only Doinby and Leave remain to save the game, to save the series for Ninjas in Pyjamas, as top esports looking to close this one out.
Doinby and Leave alone in the base for Ninjas in Pyjamas. It's almost poetic. The 2 members that have been with the team for the entirety of the year have to hold off the mammoth task of top esports. We do see Niket respawning. The base is being sieged. Will this be it?
369 going in, taking Leave down to half again. Second inhibitor down into the bottom lane. But it looks like top esports do not want to take any risks. They want to play.
You know, NIP have at least found some success killing Jackie Love by diving in with the Ocean Salon. Started, it's literally just one crit auto that kills Leave and then instantly obliterates Niket. This is a miserable position to be. Oh, well, there you go.
369 said, screw this replay. I'm going to end the game myself. Takes down Leave single-handedly. It's going to be a double kill in for Cream as well. Solo kill in a 1v3 under his tower. Going to get one back onto Hong, but it's not going to get him his life right back. Doinby underneath the tier 3. He's going to be the last casualty. Kanavi and the rest of top esports dominate Ninjas in Pyjamas as top esports go to the top as your first seed in Group Ascend moves on to the upper bracket semifinals. And hey, they got a matchup against their old support and Crisp against Weibo in just a couple days.